So the cause of depression is actually weird. Then you go and sit with a psychiatrist, and he's looking at you with a list of qualifications, and he reads the qualifications to you. Oh, number one. Oh, and you answer. The more you answer those 21 questions that come with the DSM, and then now he or she diagnoses you with psychiatry. Eh? Yeah, and now you have, I don't know, OCD, I don't know, ADHD, all these terms. They make them look so sweet so that you can actually accept them. Once you accept it, you become. Next thing is just a prescription after another, a prescription after another. Now you start growing that belly, you start having this arthritis and the chronic conditions, chronic tiredness and fatigue, and the weaknesses. That is one symptom of a modern man. Symptom number two, of course, obesity is coming in. The modern man is fat. Modern man is even emotional. When you talk about the fat in him, he starts becoming so emotional. Again, number three, modern man is a drug addict, food addict, alcohol addict. So the addictions, he's so addicted to foods and all this, and he cannot even be able to control his addictions. Number three, of course, the mental health problems. Now you can see even your favorite influencers are actually organizing mental health walk. Mental health walk. Hey, what that man has all these problems. And then this mental health, the system understood that you are so weak that you will believe that you have a mental health problem. I tell you all the time, you're not depressed. You just don't have a job. You just don't have money. You just don't have people who are actually motivating you to do better. You even have higher estrogen as a man. So by the time you're saying I am depressed, I'm looking at the factors, I'm wondering, which depression is this? Depressed because you have high estrogen. Depressed because you've tried a weight loss program, it does not work, and you don't want to push yourself harder. Depressed because you lost a job. So the cause of depression is actually weird. Then you go and sit with a psychiatrist, and he's looking at you with a list of qualifications, and he reads the qualifications to you. Oh, number one. Oh, and you answer. The more you answer those 21 questions that come with the DSM, and then now he or she diagnoses you with psychiatry. Eh? Yeah, and now you have, I don't know, OCD, I don't know, ADHD, all these terms. They make them look so sweet so that you can actually accept them. Once you accept it, you become. Next thing is just a prescription after another, a prescription after another. Okay, so yes, you are depressed, you have mental health issues. These are modern men problems. Another one is, of course, infertility and erectile dysfunction. So as your woman is expecting you to pound her because you ate what she has taken the whole afternoon to plan in her head to cook, now you're here, you're snoring. Hey. And then you're creating excuses every single day. No, today the clients were, it was crazy. The job was, leo kazi imekuwa ngumu. I've tried, but I'm not in the mood, And then you become so hard, you become so tough. You want to become so angry. You're in the defensive mode so that your wife is scared and doesn't ask for her rights. But for how long? Women are so good at adapting. You will be angry today and tomorrow she's adapting to that anger. Now you'll be forced to be physical. Another symptom of a modern man. Very violent, very emotional, and mentally weak. But you don't want to accept it, do you? Another symptom, allergies and lack of sleep. Now you can imagine again the story that we just talked about. Now you don't have sleep. You're pretending to be sleeping. And yet you're so angry and you don't have sleep. You are suffering from insomnia. Eh? Problems after problems. So you can imagine now there's somebody just besides you who is angry because you've denied them their rights. And now you don't have sleep. It shall be a very long night. So infertility is coming in. Again, the allergies, you see them blowing their nose every time. The other day I was seeing a dental dental surgeon on a mainstream media channel. I was tagged in that video, and the guy was fat. It's about 9 in the morning, and the guy was busy blowing his nose. I'm like, daktari, hii yako haihusu mwili. It doesn't concern weight, just concern the teeth, right? We only fix the teeth, but not the obesity. Yeah? And then the worst of it all, the modern man is suffering from something that we call identity crisis. What is identity crisis? We've talked about identity before, right? And we said that women have some form of control over the man. They always want to control something. It's an inborn thing and it's nature that a woman will always want to control something. That's why they always ask those small questions here that are very irritating, and your answer will actually set you up. So the way you answer that question will either determine if that answer is gone, if that question is gone, or if it has opened up a conversation for other questions. Okay, so yeah, those questions that are called shit tests. Be very careful with them. You need to answer them anyway, anyhow. So you cannot run away from that. So identity crisis is a problem. So a woman has an inborn or an innate thing to control something. And apparently, as a woman grows older, gets married and all that, she only has one thing. She only has one thing to control. That is the man that she's having in her relationship or in her marriage. Now, a woman has two ways to control a man. One is through sex, and two is through the children. So look at it this way. Anytime you have sex with a woman, the end goal has to be an ejaculation. Sorry. Most men, the end goal for sex has to be an ejaculation. And up to now, men believe that ejaculation is the climax of sex. And we're going to talk about semen retention in relationship to reversing infertility in men, okay, and regaining your frame as a man. So, a woman tries to control you through sex, and that's why when you don't ejaculate, most women will ask you, have I satisfied you? Why did you not ejaculate? They'll actually create a scenario and tell you, possibly you had sex with another woman, and that's why you did not have satisfactory sex here. Now, to them, satisfactory sex is basically ejaculation. But you know, men, every man knows that after ejaculation, you become so much of a zombie. It is a zombie mode after ejaculation. No conversations, no nothing. You just want to sleep. And by the way, ladies, this is a secret. You should take it to the bank. After that ejaculation, 98% of these men don't want you there. Meanza kuwaka moto. After that ejaculation, 98% of the men don't want you there. That's why that man sleeps like crazy. And then they say, you know, sex is a sedative. It's not a sedative. It just drained all your efforts. So, because I'm married to this woman, I will tolerate her. Okay? So, I hope men can actually bear witness with this one. I can tolerate her. Okay? So, because we marry people who we can tolerate their nonsense. Okay? The least the nonsense, the better for me. So I can actually tolerate that. So now this is the point. So after the ejaculation, we don't want conversations. We just want our self-time because, I mean, we have spread the seed. Unfortunately, this seed that we are spreading is actually semen. There is no sperm in it because of the lifestyle that the modern man is living. So there's no sperm. It's just semen. Okay? So listen. So now after they have ejaculated and they have wasted the smallest or the little amount of seed that they had, they are so tired because, again, it was just a formality. Because I believe in marriages, sex is not fun. Sex is a responsibility. So men in marriage, they will rather have sex as a responsibility so that they are not suspected. Okay? And that's how it gets boring. And again, look at the behavior of people on the traffic jams. You will easily see these two are married. Right? Because no conversations. One is busy focusing on the road, and the other one is busy on the phone or doing something else. So it is in the morning, but they have very, very staunch faces, and you're wondering, these guys come from the same house. But look at the man when he has a side chick in the car. Stories. He's even putting on music. Apparently, the millennials have just become Gen Z all of a sudden. Now you're putting on music you want to listen to. And it's all fun on the highway. But your wife, hey, you're wondering who you. So yeah, man, forgive me for today, but we will have to whip you hard because we say tonight we are whipping men. This will take long. So if you are unable to stand the truth, you can easily start logging out as quickly as this. Okay, but when you leave, I actually tag that friend who can be interested in this conversation. So now, after that ejaculation, men don't have the energy to actually have conversations, and apparently, a woman's nature is after this sex, she expects something from you. She expects good conversations and all that. And I don't want to go into these conversations, but the reality is that. So now, this man is sleeping because 1 minute, pop, I've deposited my seed. Now I'm comfortable. I want to sleep. Okay, so now, if you did not ejaculate, that's why semen retention disturbs women more than it disturbs men. If you did not ejaculate, you'll be held responsible. Why did you not ejaculate? Why are you this way? Why are you that way? All these questions will start confusing you, and that's the reason why most men just want to ejaculate. That's a problem. And this is what is leading to masturbation in most marriages anyway. Now, the other thing, if this woman is unable to control you through sex, the only thing she'll do is she'll try to turn the children against the man so that the man can give him the attention that she needs. Now, that is a natural way. Women have that thing inside them. They don't even know when they are doing it. Now, when you turn the children against the man, what is happening is the man is actually the earthly representation of God to the children. So the biological father is an earthly representation of God to the children. So when you turn them against the father innocently, you just want the attention of the children so that the man can give you his ultimate attention. You're actually turning these children against God. And when you turn children against God, and this is deep, when you turn children against God, what is going to happen is these children will start adapting your identity. Because remember, a woman spends most of the time with the children. So when you spend a lot of time with the children, what is going to happen is you're going to impose your will on these children because you want that attention. When you impose this will on these children, they are actually adapting your identity.